Well, welcome back in for another year of the book. This is April, so I have pulled out the prompts that we selected last month in March. So it was circles, handwriting, and pencil marks. So those are our prompts for the month. And this was last month, so we're moving on to this spread because I've also been working in order, which feels really weird, but just trying to push myself out a little bit more. So here we are, and I have my bucket of circles out to pull from. I do have some vintage handwriting on these beautifully old composition pages to use. So I've got some of that, plus I could use my own handwriting, and of course pencil marks, which sounds delightful as well. So I think what I'm going to do is not start with collage. I'm actually going to come in and get started with some pencil marks. So I'm going to pull out my Stabilo All in graphite and put my fingers to the back end so I get wobbliness and non-precision, so it's more intuitive, and just get some pencil marks down, and then I'm going to come in with some collage. So that's where I'm going to get started today. So as I was pulling stuff out of my bits basket, I was really drawn to purples. And I don't know why that is, but I went with it and pulled out a variety of papers out of my bits basket, along with focusing mostly on different shades of purple or bits of purple in the background. And and use that to really get this background collaged down. It's nice to work on something that doesn't have an insert on it. So I don't have as much volume. I know that was part of the challenge of last month. I had essentially I had 4 pages I was collaging. It took a lot of time, so this one seemed to go a little bit faster. Maybe it was just me, I don't know, being in a space. Sometimes it burns, sometimes it hurts when you say my name, but thinking of hers, I don't want to know. These pieces I'm collaging down now are from a gel printing session eons ago, where I was using a lot of alcohol ink, so primarily alcohol inks. And these are the last little tidbits of what I have left from that, I think. And I've been saying it recently that I really need to do a gel printing session. So I think I need to get onto that. From home,
at your face, but it's not your tone. Say no hello, who are you to call me late in the
All right, so I'm getting on to getting some circles on here, and I've pulled out, as you saw before, my circle bin where I have a lot of different, I punch out circles out of things that might find that I am interested in keeping the imagery of. But this one is a piece of corrugated cardboard that I had cut out of a circle of, and I'm getting that laid down, and I'm going to get a few others laid down, variety of sizes, a variety of imagery or colors to them, and find spots for those on the front. I'm just gluing these down with gel matte medium.
from me. Do you really wanna be? Oh baby, tell me you need me, that you can stand it no more.
Well, I've gotten pencil marks down and I've gotten circles down, and now with this old vintage composition book, I'm getting some handwriting down onto the page as well. So checking off those prompts as we go. The really cool thing about the writing that's on these composition books, they are about color. So it's talking about adding color for this, like there's this floral that was drawn, and they were talking about how to get a bronze color, and yeah, it was kind of neat.
What to do? Hold back, let go. There is nothing more for me to show. You're hiding to breathe, running from me. Do you really wanna be in love? Sometimes it burns, sometimes it hurts when you say my name, but thinking of her.
All right, now that that is good and dry, I'm going to come in with some gesso, and typical method, I'm going to apply the gesso with my fingers. So I'm going to put some off to the side here and come in with my fingers and just kind of do the follow the texture kind of thing when I start to kind of dry brush with my finger and catch all the texture that I can. Give some white to the top of that cardboard circle in the bottom right, and go from there. See how I'm led.
Hold back, let go. There is nothing more for me to show. You're hiding to breathe, running from me. Do you really wanna be in love? Halfway from home.
And I really got some awesome texture here. I have a little bit of that corrugated cardboard. That tissue paper had a really interesting texture to it. And then also I used that tissue pattern paper. And so I just had an sundry of great texture popping out with that gesso dry brushing method with my finger.
Gotta say that it's here with me and not where he might be. 'Cause I don't know what you're looking for. Oh, and I don't know what to do. Hold back, let go. There is nothing more for me to show.
All right, now coming up here, I'm going to be coming in with a fine liner that's filled with Payne's Gray acrylic paint and airbrush medium. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to hit the play button, so you didn't get the opportunity to see me doing the first few circles, but I'm going to come around those circles with that Payne's Gray and I'm going to spritz it with water so that it kind of bleeds out a little bit. And then I'm going to come in with a skewer, and no, I don't. I come in with a pencil and make additional rings around so you can see some of the white gesso in below, and sometimes you can see the graphite from the pencil, or I'm pulling some of that Payne's gray around in circles, so I'm getting a lot more pencil marks as well as additional circles around the circles. And I selected the Payne's gray because those background dark purple pieces that I collaged down had Payne's gray on them. So I felt like that would pull that in, and I needed something that was darker. I didn't really want to go with the black, so that's why I chose the Payne's gray. I've pulled out this bit. So this is a piece that I had made a long time ago and threw it in a focal point box that I have. So it's music paper, and then on that I use some of the, it is, what did I use on these? I think it was light and fluffy, or maybe it was a large, maybe it was some modeling paste. And I dipped a stamp into water, and then I dipped it into the modeling paste and created an impression. And then I came over it and I did some color work on it. And that purple of that flower felt like it would go really well. And so and then the greenish blue color of the background went with those drips that are on that central purple piece. And so I decided to go ahead and go with that and find some words. Because there's sprinkles of gold on that purple paper, I am going to go ahead and pick some words that are done in gold on black and add some additional sprinkles with the Marabu in the art spray in the gold.
Picked up my phone. I stared at your face, but it's not your tone. Saying oh hello, who are you to call me late in the night? She says I just called to say that it's here with me and not where he might be. 'Cause I don't know what you're looking for. Oh, and I don't know what to do. Hold back, let go. There is nothing more for me to show. You're hiding to breathe, running from me. Do you really wanna be? Oh baby, tell me you need me, that you can stand it no more, that she ain't what you're looking for. Oh baby, oh tell me you love me.
All right, it is time. It is time to pull our May prompts. So we need to pull 3. The first one is gray. The second one is markers. And the third one is burlap. So our prompts for next month are gray, markers, and burlap. All right, see you next month.